is a great act. Yes, Tommy J. Warren. Everybody, let's welcome him to the stage. Tommy J. Warren, come on up here. Give us your fabulousness. Thank you, Tommy.
I know that guy.
How is everyone doing tonight? Woo! I want to thank you all for coming down, supporting live comedy and entertainment. Thank you guys for making it again. Appreciate it. I'll start off a little bit about me. As some of you know, I'm 48 years old. I'll be 49 in a few months. So that means my bills are coming more a month than I am. I have 7 kids, and so you know my pullout game is non-existent. It's not my fault. I mean, I really love playing with the box they come in. It's amazing. I tell you to try it sometime, but you can't because, well, I don't share my wife. So one day I asked her why she never lets me know, and she's orgasming, and she said she doesn't like to bother me at work. So, that's how it is. So, as you can tell, I got a weight problem. Surprise! That's because my favorite sandwich is an ice cream sandwich. I mean, Reubens are good, club sandwiches are good, but come on, admit it. You guys all go to a funeral at a church and they pull out ice cream sandwiches? You're taking the ice cream sandwich. So, there's no support club for that, I looked. I wonder what those meals would be. What would they serve? Triangle sandwiches. Being 48 in my late 40s, I see a lot of people my age doing things that I think are awesome. 55-year-olds, 60 years old, 70-year-olds, zip lining, mountain climbing, being able to walk to the fridge without losing their breath. I was really impressed this morning that I kept my balance, put my underwear on. So, we all have goals, folks. You can't have goals. So, who here fights with their partner? Woo! Well, every hand is up. I'm going to be the descriptive part of the audio because I'm recording. Every hand went up. So, men, if you're arguing with your partner and you just want the argument to be over, start stripping. I guarantee within 3 to 5 seconds she's going to lose interest in you, get a headache, and want nothing to do with you. Women, this is for you. If you're arguing with your spouse and you just want it to be over, take your top off. It is scientifically proven men lose 50% of their thinking ability once they see the set of boobies. 25% for each one. So, there you go. So, no more arguing, right? But now, ladies, if you're out in public and you're arguing with your spouse and you want it to be over, just whip your shirt off. Because if I see you and I'm around, I will come and support you. So, in saying that, I found out one thing. Cats with laser pointers? That's like me with boobs. You take the laser pointer, you run it across the ground, your cat chases it, you go up the wall, you see how far you get the cat. Ladies, I don't recommend you trying that, but give it a whirl. So, I recently did something that was very embarrassing. Just before coming to the show tonight. I was like, yeah, kids are busy. All right? It took me 30 minutes to get my wife's bra off. What the hell, right? I was more embarrassed when she walked in and I was still wearing it. Like, think about it. Like, I don't have the arms. Right? She's wearing it. 3 seconds and it's off. I got that down. So, yeah, I did that. I'm selling the videos in the lobby after the show. So, I got a weird fucking mind, man. I went shopping the other day. When I say the other day, I mean months ago. I found this wonderful product. But men, especially Matt, you, I know you work long hours. Don't buy it. The product's called Vagisil. I want to let you know it took me 6 weeks to get that taste out of my mouth. It does not taste like the real thing. All right? Oh, it was brutal. Later on that same day, after carrying around the Vagisil, knowing what I'm going to have when I get home, I stopped by a sex shop. And I watched this lady argue with the girl behind the counter. She wanted to buy the big red dildo on the wall, right behind her. And the girl would not sell it to her. She was getting mad. So the sales lady leaned forward, whispered something to her. The girl stood up and stormed it. So, fat guy's curious now. And when I say I'm curious, I mean I want to know what she said. I'm not curious. So I went over and asked her, "What'd you say?" I said, "Well, she wanted to buy the red dildo." And I'm like, "What red dildo?" She pointed to the fire extinguisher. So I would love to have known if it would fit. So I got a lot of good ideas. Like I got 70 good ideas to make up after a fight. You guys want to hear them? First you got. The first one is a hug. The other one's a 69. That's all I got so far. So, we live in a really screwed up world. Like when I was a kid growing up, some of the older ones might recognize this. If you called someone a butt licker, like that was a really good insult. Now it's a goddamn fucking choice on a dating app. Like we live in this world where you can lick ass, talk about it, they'll celebrate it. You double dip a chip though, and they will lose their mind. I mean, I get it because we're all eating ass. Who the hell wants to eat ass dip? So, one thing I really like doing is I like going to garage sales. Who likes going to garage sales? All the women have their hands up. What a surprise. But what I like doing when I go to the garage sales is I want to buy all the VHS tapes. But I want all the VHS tapes that have labels on them and no writing. Some of you know who he knows. His laugh, I'm sorry. Sir, that laugh. He knows. And let me tell you, I own so much homemade porn that's not mine. Or some porn that is, they have actual porn. But there's one thing they all have in common. Where that tape is stopped is where they came. Some of them didn't get through the credits. So, 7 years ago, I beat colon cancer through surgery and changed things. Thank you very much. Gratuitous applause. So I go every year to get a physical, and I got to go regularly to get blood work. So the other day I was at the blood clinic, and I'm sitting there. The girl goes to the booth behind me, and there's a father standing at the door. His little 4-year-old boy is in there getting blood work done. This kid was incredible. When she put the tourniquet around his arm, he looked at her and goes, "Can you make it tighter?" In that voice. And the dad just went. When she stuck the needle in his arm, he didn't cry, he didn't scream. He locked eyes with her and went, "Oh yeah." I high-fived that kid. I gave him an extra $5. It was great. Because that girl could not get out of that booth fast. And the only problem is, I was her next patient. So I behaved because she was already strung out and ragged. So last year when I went for my physical, I'm sitting in the stirrups, if you want to call it. Junk hanging out. Doctor walks in, washes his hands, decides to check me for hernia. Everybody knows how guys get checked for hernias. They grab your junk and they tell you to cough. He just washed his hands in the coldest water in the fucking universe. Grabs my balls, looks at me and says, "Cough." The best I could get out is a That's the best I could get out. It was at the moment he looked up at me. Anybody here ever involuntarily wink at someone? Yeah, keep in mind where he is. He's holding on to my junk and his head is right here. We locked eyes as he went to say, "You need to cough." I winked. Well, I'm a weird guy. So I put my hand on his head. Then I ran my fingers through his hair. I can hardly wait because my physical this year is coming up in a few weeks. So I can't wait for it. So I would like to say thank you very much for coming out. My time is up. My name is Tommy J. Warren. I'm glad everybody checked it out. Thank you guys for coming again week after week. Thank you for coming out and supporting live comedy and entertainment. Let's bring the host up, the wonderful Jeff Gale.
Thank you, Tommy. You were wonderful before you started talking about somebody else, but Tommy J. Warren, everybody. Tommy J. Warren. Thank you, Tommy. Good stuff. Fun stuff. At the where were you at the doctor's? Proctologist?
Yeah, I think we got the same doctor.
Yeah, probably. I had to go.
Your picture's up in the waiting room.
Oh, wonderful. That's nice. I had to go down to the this